Hey, we're gonna be using Tinta today. Get over here. And she's very anxious to begin. She's ready for her treat, so I'm gonna try to give her some so she doesn't start barking at me here. But I'd like to teach her a trick. I don't do a lot of trick training, maybe because I'm lazy, but hopefully making these videos will inspire me to do a little bit more of it. But I'd like to teach her a trick of wrapping herself up in a little blanket. So I want her to be laying down, grab a blanket, and wrap herself up in it. And I've got a whole plan for how I'm gonna train that. If you wanna see it, look at the description below. But the first step of that plan is that I'd like to teach her a rollover. So I'm just gonna do that by luring. So I'm gonna get a piece of cheese, and first I'm gonna get her into a down. I don't know that she knows a down yet, so I'm gonna hold this down here and sort of press it back toward her back legs. And actually, since she's sitting down, I'm gonna do this with her standing up. Get that thing. So all I did is toss a little treat there. And unfortunately, I guess she's too cozy. If she was standing, I would press the treat into her, but since she's sitting, I'm actually gonna pull the treat out and see if that gets her to lay down. So I'm looking at her little elbows, and I'm ready to click. Good girl, good job. So I'm gonna do that a few times. Okay. Just wanna make sure she understands that step before we move on. So she's standing, she's tried pawing, very clever, because she knows that's worked for her in the past. Good job. Good job, sweetie. Okay. You're so good, go here. She's very excited. Good job. All right, so that was a much more intentional down. Okay. So I'm gonna do that one more time, make sure it wasn't a fluke. Good job, sweetie, you're so good. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna try to get her to roll onto her hip. So what I'm gonna do is, once she's in the down position, I'm not gonna release the treat yet. I'm actually gonna move the treat down her ribs to see if I can get her to lean over. You'll see what that looks like over here. I'm gonna try to do it the opposite direction that I usually do so that you guys can see. Good job. And see how when she rolled over, I just clicked and treated. Good girl. And now I'm not gonna have her get all the way up. If she's still in her down position, good girl. So I'm clicking that rolled hip. Try to see and when I'm actually clicking, because I'm really trying to click a moment there. That little moment where her little hips go to the side. That's what I'm clicking. Good girl. Get a little closer. Good girl. What are you doing? Look, she's got her little legs out back. Good girl. All right, so now that she's doing that really easily, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can go a little further and see if maybe I can get this little paw to come up in the air just a bit. Ooh, and see if she resets like that, it's okay. Just might have to get a little slower. I'm trying to keep it right on her nose. It's hard, this stuff is hard. So I'm gonna do another easy one. I don't want her to get frustrated. So I'm just gonna click the hip again. It's okay, see how she got frustrated and she just says, I'm not gonna try that anymore. Now she's being a total goofball. Since I'm using my right hand, I'm actually gonna go to this side because it's a little more comfortable for me. I'm sorry if you can't see that very well. I might have to change my own position. I think I'm gonna try sitting over there so you can see her little arms. Right, so good, okay. Okay, so take two. Still working on the same thing, but I was having a hard time, since I like to lure with my right hand, I was having a hard time showing you guys rolling her onto the hip that way. But she's actually on her hip already. So that time I clicked her for just moving this little paw here. It's a big jump for her. She's being a total goofball. She's scratching her face. I'm really just looking for, oh, there we go. See that paw in the air? That's what I'm clicking now. Good girl, a little easier on this side, huh? So see, I'm keeping the cheese really close to her body. If you hold it away from her body, look what happens. She just wants to nose up, all right? So I don't want to do that. Keeping it really close to her body. Good job. And I'm going to keep doing that just a couple more times until I feel like that little paw is coming up pretty readily. Good girl. So now I'm trying to hold out and click the paw, getting just a little higher. Good job. Let's see how sometimes it'll flip over. Good job, sweetie. All right, so now she's doing that, I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and move over to having this opposite shoulder hit the mat. So right now she's rolling and she's got her leg up, but this shoulder's off the ground. So I'll let you see that first. So watch, the paw's up, but that shoulder is still sort of up, or I guess it's her neck, shoulder, neck area. So we'll see if I can get that down. So once I've got her arm up, instead of clicking that, I'm now going to, good girl, push my hand further toward the mat and click when her little neck touches it. Good girl. So I'm gonna do that several times. Good job. And now I don't know if you can see that, so I'm gonna go back to the other side so you can see her little neck hitting the ground. So I'm gonna do a couple, since now we're changing directions. I'm gonna go ahead and get one couple of her just getting her paw up again. Because remember that dogs, if you change anything about their environment, they could just not really understand what you're asking for. So I've got her on her. There we go, nice. And look how I actually put her head down after the click. That's what I'm looking for. You're so excited. Okay, so she's on her hip, arm is up, and I'm clicking the head coming back down. Good job. Here. Yay, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Good girl. Here, back. There we go, good job. And guys, I know some people can do this a lot faster probably, but I really just like to take in my time and making sure that the dog is having a good time. What are you listening to? You hear that dog in the background? Oh, look at that, good girl. That's how she got all her little paws in the air, just a little bit. So that's our next step. She's already shown it to me before I'm even trying to lure it. Here, good girl, nice job. So now, because I don't want her to flip over onto the floor and get spooked, because that would really set us back, I'm gonna try to get her a little bit closer this way. So I'm gonna see if I can shift myself, get this cool ball out of the way. Get over here, get over here. Good girl. All right, so let's see. Back, and now we're gonna see if I can go a little further and see how she's choosing to stay down and reach with her neck rather than popping back up. I'm clicking that. This is a big moment, guys, because a lot of dogs have a really hard time making that switch onto their back. So notice we're on a soft surface, that helps. But I'm also really making sure that I'm not pushing too far to the point where she says, oh, I'll just get up and try to get it. All right, I'm really trying to work at her pace. Going over here, all the way back, a little further. Putting it back in. There we go. I'm just looking for a little bit of rocking. That's all I need. Are you being a goofball? Here, a little further. There we go. See her little legs kicking in there? I'm clicking her for getting a little further on her back. You look so silly in that position. You look so silly. There we go. Good girl. That was so good. So see how she's almost all the way on her back now. Let's see if in the next few tries I can maybe get her to flip all the way over and then get a big jackpot. Good girl. And I'm too close to the edge here, so I'm not going to get her to flip. Oh, good girl. Good job. We need a bigger bed for you, huh? You're just so huge. Get over here. All the way. Good girl. Back here. And notice that when she's, yay, good girl, she rolled over. She's so smart. She's so smart. You get another little cheese for that. You get another cheese. That was so fun. Good girl. And there we go. We got our first rollover. So I'm going to do it a couple more times and make sure that she's getting it. And it's okay. Even after you've seen that first rollover, it can be really tempting to just say, I'm holding out. From now on, we're only clicking for rolling over. But if it looks like she's struggling or like she's not really understanding what's going on and she's really trying, I'm going to click and treat for her anyway. So this next one may or may not be a rollover. We'll find out what she gives us. Yay, good job. Good girl. You're so smart. And she's just a genius, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute genius. Here, get over here. You're all wonky. Here. Get that cheese over there. All right, come back here. All the way over. Good girl. She's ending up with the little back legs off the mat. Let me try getting over here. Yeah, duh, Mom. Why did it take you so long to figure out that solution, huh? Good girl. Oh, what happened? You okay? Go nice and slowly. Oh, so see, I changed position. All of a sudden it's hard for her. No worries. I'll just do a couple easy ones here. Here we go. Let's do a couple here. I don't know if you guys can see her back legs. So I'm going to click her for just doing that, even though that is like one of the first steps we did in our whole process. But I'd rather her feel successful than get frustrated and not understand why it's not working anymore. You're so smart. Let's see, oh, look at that. You wanted to roll over that time. I saw it. I saw it happening. Good job. Oh, and there's her belly. There's her belly. All right, so apparently she does not want to do it while I'm sitting in front of the mat. I'm gonna try one more time. All right, getting her into the down position. See if I can lure her this way and all the way around. Get it back on her nose. Yay, she's so good at that. Good job. And guys, this is gonna get more fluid the more times we practice it. Get over here. think the hardest part right now, oh look, she's all twisted up. I think the hardest part right now is I'm trying to get her to, yay, there we go, good girl. I'm trying to get her to stay on the cot. So, you know, if you have carpet in a room, this is probably easier than trying to get her on a particular spot. All the way here, good girl. Good job. See how much faster that was that time? I didn't have to lower nearly as many steps. Good girl. Get over here. Get over here. You're so good. You like this. You like this game, huh? She's like, I like cheese. Good girl. So see how easily she's doing that now? I'm not even having to keep the cheese on her nose the whole time. Okay, get it. So this is definitely improving a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can fade the lure even a little bit more. So fading the lure now, I'm making the motion smaller. You can do it one of two ways. One, I could either just start to do it without the cheese. I have a feeling that because she's nibbling on the cheese the whole time here, if I try to do it without the cheese, she's just gonna say, oh, there's nothing here. So what I'm gonna try to do is actually fade the lure a little bit so it looks more like a hand motion, and then I'll start doing it without cheese. The hand motion, and then voila, no cheese, but surprise, there's still some cheese. I hope that made sense. Okay, ready? Get over here. Good girl. And look what happens. We took a little break, she got distracted, and now she's not sure what the heck we're doing. That's okay. Good girl, good job. And guys, I'm not clicking at the end of the behavior. Actually, I'm clicking at that last moment when she commits to the rollover. That's what I'm clicking. Ready? Right here. Good girl. All the way over here. She's having a hard time rolling over because she's all twisted up. There we go. Good job. And so now she's actually herself understanding that it's the motion, and the way I know that is because she's not trying to nibble at my hand the whole time. It is all about the cheese reward, but she doesn't think that all she has to do is keep nibbling on my hand. She's actually rolling over just with the hand motion. It's a very big hand motion, so I still want to make it smaller, but I like this sign that she's understanding it's the motion, not just following the cheese. Get over here. Good girl. Good girl. All right. Good girl, nice job. See, my hand motion is smaller. It was a little bit more uncomfortable for her because she was trying to reach up to my hand still. So I'm gonna keep doing that until she's a little better at it. That's a good girl, right here. So that one was too big and she didn't understand what I was asking for. She's thinking about it. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but she's definitely thinking about it. She's focusing less on my hand and more on the behavior. Good girl. Now she's back to nibbling. Good girl, you're so good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits there because I think her little brain might pop if I keep going too long. You're so good at that. So I'm gonna call it quits, but next time I'm gonna see if I can fade that lure more than we were just able to right now. Good girl, get it. All done. See you guys.